What's up everybody, my name is Vincent. Welcome to Cryptolution, where we talk about everything under the moon in the crypto universe. Today is Tuesday, August 6th. In today's video, we have to talk about what's happened over the past 24 hours. We just saw the Doge Rune token pump over 100 million in terms of its market cap, from 180 to currently around 310 million. You cannot make this up. But also I want to share with you how the Doge Rune token is actually trending on multiple different platforms. We're going to talk about things on CoinGecko, on CoinMarketCap, and also how people are leveraging their Bitcoin within Doge and how that's actually benefiting them by converting their Bitcoin into Doge. Also, I want to share with you why the Rune market has actually come back in a huge bullish trend. And at the very end of the video, I want to share with you charting and analysis. It's very important for you to understand. I cannot wait to share with you what I'm seeing in the charts and what you could expect to see in the short to immediate term. So with that said, let's not waste any time. Let's go ahead and smash up that like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join our Patreon page. And most importantly, please be careful with any of the scammers down in the comments below. I will never reach out via WhatsApp, Telegram, direct messaging, or email. So please be careful and invest safely. So guys and girls, let's get right into it. So let's go ahead and look at Doge right now because it's actually doing quite well, up 36% over the past 24 hours. This is insane, but also this was something that we were expecting. Now that's happened over the past one day, but look over the past 7 days. We may have experienced the very bottom of Doge go to the moon. Don't worry, we're gonna look at trading analysis because this was actually a new all-time low, the lowest that we've ever seen with this exact market cap of this token. But if we look at why is it pumping? Well, mainly because Bitcoin decided to pump. Now, if you don't remember, Bitcoin was roughly around 50,000 to around 51 to 52,000 just yesterday. So we mentioned this on our channel over and over. Whatever happens to Bitcoin ultimately affects everything else, but everything else tends to 5x, 10x, either to the downside or to the upside, depending on your cryptocurrency, meme coin, gaming altcoin, so forth, so on. Now, if we look at where Doge go to the moon stands in terms of top meme coin tokens, if we scroll down here, you can see that right now, Doge go to the moon is up 36% as we mentioned. But did you notice that many of these other altcoins haven't really pumped as much? The only one that I think has pumped as much was probably the Mu token, which is up 41%, but everything else hasn't even pumped even up to that point of 30%. Look at 1%, 9%, 7%, 8%, 10%. Nothing can stand with Doge go to the moon with 36% over 24 hours. And that's mainly because this is the only token with the largest market cap that's on Bitcoin. And this is the meme coin of Bitcoin. Now, let's talk about where Doge go to the moon stands in CoinGecko, a different cryptocurrency ranking page. It stands as number 12. Doge on the moon is ranked number 12 in all these different cryptocurrencies because if you didn't notice on CoinMarketCap, it's actually having some technical flaw, some glitch that's not arranging the tokens. It's not just Doge go to the moon, it's other tokens as well. It's just not arranging tokens specifically in the right order. And check this out, if you go over to CoinGecko, if you go to the top Bitcoin ecosystems by coins, by market cap, guess what's trending? Doge to the moon is trending. It's the most trended coin with 38% in its increase. Now, you remember when I talked about how Bitcoin and Doge kind of correlate together, but then again, Doge tends to go higher when Bitcoin pumps. And as you can see yesterday, we saw the increase of Bitcoin go up to $56,000, but it was only up 0.42%. And guess what? Doge on the moon pumped even harder, 17%. So if you had just put your Bitcoin into Doge, you would have actually made more Bitcoin because you leveraged your Bitcoin into Doge. Thank you for Gordon for bringing this up, which is a really important stage in this process. Now, this is another chart to kind of share with you how Doge, because it's natively on Bitcoin, how it's performing against the Bitcoin token. And yes, it's up quite substantially. Now, if we look at the Rune ecosystem, it's actually doing quite well. We've actually seen this in the green for the most of the Rune ecosystem. And Doge to the moon obviously has the most trading volume and it's the largest market cap, up the largest over the past 24 hours. And also I want to share with you something that's really new, and that is the unique holder count. On Magic Eden, it basically says that we've garnered 200 and more holders over those past 24 hours. That's absolutely insane. But I just want to remind everybody that what we're going to see, particularly with the market cap and the unique holder ratio, is that when the market cap goes higher, so if the market cap increases into, say for instance, 500 billion, 1 billion, you're going to see the unique holder count kind of drop. or kind of hold steady. Sooner or later, the ratio between these is going to balance out. But I think what you're going to start to see is when the market cap goes up, you're possibly going to either see the unique holders kind of hold steady or drop. That's what we're going to expect, hopefully. Now, I recently tweeted something where runes are dead, which is a very popular narrative. It's kind of like a pun within itself. But the reason I posted this is because there's news that's come out with the runes beta stage. And that's probably another reason why we're starting to see a lot of green. Now, what is that all about? Yesterday, Ordinals said breaking the Ordinals, which are the NFTs of Bitcoin, and runes, which are the meme coins of Bitcoin, protocols were just upgraded from alpha to beta. This is really important. So everything that you've kind of experienced with the whole Ordinals section and the rune section has all been in an alpha stage. Now that we're in beta, a lot of things are going to be changing that are going to make users' UX and UI very much easy, fun, and great for developers to build on. So this is really cool to see that the foundation of this whole new ecosystem, which is very young, Ordinals have been around for almost a year and more, and runes have only been around just for a few months. This is amazing, the growth and the speed of all this happening. And another thing I want to share with you is that Binance News actually saw this specific post and is paying attention. They ended up sharing it within their own news page. So if Binance is paying attention, there could be a reason for that. Binance tends to pay attention to tokens in terms of engagement, in terms of trends, and in terms of community base. And yesterday, when I went over to the guides on how to buy coins on their website, I actually spotted that Dog to the Moon was ranked 100. Now, there are a few thousand of these different tokens on guides on how to buy coins, but it just happened to be in that very moment, Dog was trending as rank 100. Now, this specific link is not live yet. Nonetheless, it was created. So the only reason this page would actually go live, which this link is right here, go on to my Twitter page and you can click on here, it will basically go live because it's available to trade on their exchange. So do not expect that this is going to be live just yet until the coin is listed on their exchange. But this is really big regardless. Binance is paying attention. Now, the last thing I want to share with you is, will the Dog market cap grow to $1 billion before or after the next tier 1 centralized exchange listing? This is regarding Coinbase, Binance, Kraken, Bybit, KuCoin, HTX, Crypto.com. And a lot of you said that it's going to happen before the next announcement of any of these tier 1 exchanges. That's really good to understand because I think the ultimate goal is to reach $1 billion and higher. And I still stick by my theory that this is going to reach a $1.2 billion market cap realistically in the short to immediate term before we end up seeing our next tier 1 exchange listing. The reason this is important is because you're establishing a foundation and also starting a new meta, which is a free and fair community, a free and fair airdrop that has no allocation to teams or calls or influencers that could dump on people, that this is 100% organic, 100% volunteer. Because it's setting an example, people are sick of being rugged by Solana meme coins or any other meme coin for that matter, that if people just flock over to this specific coin, they will not get rugged because there is nothing to rug the coin. So that's why people are flocking to Dog right now and why it's primed to reach $1 billion and higher. Now that you've stuck around to the very end of the video, you want to see the charting and analysis. So let's go ahead and cover this. This is very exciting for me to share. So take a step back, let's take a breather, let's look at the chart. The first thing I want to point out is the RSI, aka the Relative Strength Index. What are we seeing? I've mentioned this before in our previous videos. Look at this purple line right here. Now we saw that it broke past the furthest point, the furthest resistance level, which we saw back on May 13th, and it dropped below that. This was the ultimate new all-time low for this specific token. And all of a sudden it shot right back up because people saw the massive deal. You saw a bunch of whales and a bunch of retail investors seeing the opportunity and they bought in bulk. And that skyrocketed. And now we're past this resistance level of around 3.7. Now let's look at the price of Dog. Now the most important thing is that we did form that new all-time low, and it almost correlated all the way back here back on May 15th, our all-time low back then. Now this is the new all-time low. Look at the amount of days in red. That's a lot of days. That's more than 7 days of redness. That's the longest amount of red days that we've ever seen, but that's also correlated because Bitcoin was also going in a downtrend from 57,000 all the way to 50,000. So this was in regards to the market being in red for cryptocurrency and also the stock market, real estate market, and everything so forth, so on. But as you can see here in the daily time frame, this is one of the largest green candlesticks that we've seen. Look at this compared to the other days, such as here, here, even here. We haven't seen green candle days like this since June 12th of 2024. So what can you expect to happen next? In the next 6 days, we're hoping that this specific price point will break past the 3.3 price point, which is the 330 million market cap. Why is that important for us to break within the next 6 days? Because if we break past this resistance, then we have to break past this downtrend line, which is showing us that we're heading in a downtrend, but we need to break past this in order for us to reach our new market cap of around 450 million. Now, everything below the 50% Fibonacci retracement, so anything below 560 million market cap, is an absolute deal. This is an absolute deal because this is a restart to a new uptrend. And that's why it's really important to pay attention to this chart. We need to break past this downtrend line. And also because I've just installed the MA cross, remember this was the golden cross, this was the death cross. Golden cross sends us into a bull trend, death cross sends us into a downtrend. If we break past this red line, and also the MA cross, we're gonna hopefully form a golden cross. And that will send us into new parabolic trends, but also a new all-time high market cap. That's very important for you to understand. So as a conclusion and statement, we don't know what to expect over the next 6 days. Again, we don't know what's gonna happen to Bitcoin's price. Whatever happens to Bitcoin ultimately happens to everything else. So as always, if you like supporting our channel and want to stay up to date regarding everything within the Runes ecosystem, the Ordinals ecosystem, and more specifically the Doge Rune token, please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join our Patreon page to receive all of our alpha calls and trades regarding Doge on the Moon. Till then, see you guys girls next time.